everybody, welcome back. It's Rachel with Living the Journal Life. I'm super excited you're here. So this is our first no kit week of 2024, which is my challenge for the year of 2024. Each month I'm going to do one whole week where I don't use any kits, I just use up leftovers, and I'm hopefully going to change things up. So I was checking in with my planner on Monday evening, and my mom lost a filling. She had a crown done and they put in a temporary filling and it came out. So we made an emergency appointment for Tuesday morning so that we could get that put back in, because you can't just have your tooth all naked. Can't have naked teeth. So that was why the whiteout happened, because the only time they had to fit us in was going to conflict with my therapy appointment. Wow, the word therapy just went right out of my head. So what I do on this weekly page is I usually check in a few times a day, and I'm going to change how I film this because I actually check in a lot in like 2 minutes, 5 minutes. I just jot something down, and it's really not conducive to filming. So I'd have to change how my days flow, and that just doesn't work for me to actually use my planner very well. So I'm showing you one of the days when I actually sat down, like at the end of the day. Well, I think it was sort of the middle of the day, to, check off what I've done, see what I need to do. And it was sort of a longer sit down, but it's going to be kind of hard for me to show you like planning as I'm planning, because I do it in such small increments that this was the only clip I did of me actually planning. So I think going forward, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break out the camera, because it's a big old hassly setup, because I have a teeny tiny little office and I have a very large tripod. So I don't leave it set up, and I take it out to film, and for 5 minutes at a time, it's not going to be great. So I think what I'm going to do is just film the parts where I'm doing I'm sitting down, I'm filling in, I'm setting up pages, and that's probably what we're just going to do going forward, because you don't need to watch me journaling like this every time. But I did want to, since I filmed this, want to show you that I sort of jump all over the place in my planner on the setup stuff. I add appointments, I add to-do lists, I add things as I go, and it's just sort of a little bit at a time here and there. And then usually once a day I'll sit down and have like what's coming up tomorrow? What did I do today? What still needs to get done? Do a little journaling. And yeah, so this is sort of how I use my planner. And then Tuesday, I didn't do anything. We lost power in the morning, and as we were trying to eat breakfast and get ready to go to the dentist, and then we went to the dentist, and then we went and got groceries, and then I was done. Like, I was just mentally and physically and spiritually done with everything. So I just became a lump on the couch with my heated blanket and my 2 cats, and we watched Hunger Games, and that was pretty much all I did. I gathered up some trash, but it was just sort of one of those emotionally, it starts, when you start out with the losing power, that sort of throws off like your whole day, and you're just like, what, why, how, who? So yeah, we lost power. I just barely made breakfast too. So when I got home, my breakfast, because I eat steel cut oats every morning, and the oats were cooked by the time I got breakfast, because we do them in the pressure cooker. So by the time I got home from the dentist and shopping and all that, I had some nice warm oatmeal, and that did lift my spirits a bit. And luckily the dentist did not lose power, because we're far enough away from the downtowny area that it would be pretty weird for us all to lose power. But that was nice, because it was a windstorm the night before on Monday night, and a lot of people in the entirety of Washington state lost power. So we were very lucky that it wasn't the whole day. There's people that are still without power later in the week. And yeah, we were very lucky overall, but it was just sort of one of those days where I just couldn't. So I did some stuff in the morning on Wednesday. I went and picked up my prescriptions, and I went to the grocery store for a couple of things for my mom to, when you have your tooth, you need some food that's like soup and stuff. So nothing too arduous, but it needed to get done first thing while I had some energy, and I prepped the squirrel food. We're going to have definitely very cold weather starting Friday. It may or may not snow, but we're definitely having cold weather. So I want to prepare all of the outside critters with some food so that they don't have to work really hard. I always feel bad for wild critters having to work so hard to get food and stuff when it's 8 degrees, the poor little things. And 8 degrees is weird for us here, so they're not used to it. And I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to mark yes and no on these habit trackers, so I broke out these little teeny weeny X's and check marks, and I think that looks adorable. So that's what I'll do this week, and so I tucked them into my cousin so that I can easily find them. I was going to use the hearts, but that didn't work out, and I needed to update my reading life in pixels. The Sharpies dry really quickly, but they do take 3 seconds or something. And I remembered something that I needed to do on Thursday, which is change the cat's water filter. And so this is just my planning process. I jump around a lot. I put things here, I put things there. I needed to look up the weather and see what it was because I realized I was 3 days without recording the weather. I looked at the weather quite a lot, but I didn't know what our exact highs and lows were. It's going to be very fun. I'm recording this on Wednesday afternoon, and we still don't know if we're going to get snow on Friday. It's still up in the air. It's definitely going to get cold. So cold. And then because I did literally nothing when I got home on Tuesday, I didn't touch my planner. I didn't do anything. I was just like, no. I put away the groceries, and that was life enough. And I called my sister, and that was all. Like that was it. That's all I had. So I I wanted to fill out more of Tuesday, and I'm just putting some cute little stickers and journaling about the day. This is just how things go. The camera, of course, stopped on me. It was like, they don't need to see you journal. So the camera says no. And then I wanted to set up the next couple of days since this was today and tomorrow, and I'm using this adorable washi from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. at the top. It's like Molly Loves Winter Reading, I think. Don't quote me. I'll try and leave a link below. And then this one is from Sweet Bean Plans from their winter advent calendar. Also super cute. I love that Sweet Bean Plans not only has Sweet Bean, who's a puppy, but also has added a cat, and I don't remember the name of the cat, but I will learn it eventually. Just takes me a while with names. And then I'm just using a mild liner to do some really big days. This is my lazy when I'm not feeling very creative and I just want to take up some space because I'm not feeling super chatty about things. Sometimes I really feel like I need to journal a lot, and that's very therapeutic, and sometimes it feels like a chore. So today it's feeling like a chore, and I wanted to take up more space with the words than I normally would. Does that make sense? Like when it's something that I need and something that I'm enjoying, I want lots of space. But right now, I don't feel like it's something that is being beneficial. It's more of like I should journal so that I remember this, even though it sucks. And yeah, so I just had some extra stickers that I had pulled out that were wintry to the side, and I'm just putting those on. So nothing is matchy, nothing's from the same kit. I'm sure some of these are from a few years ago, some of them are from last year, maybe some of them are even from this year. I don't think this year. I was a little light on buying winter this year, so they're probably all last year, the year before, or maybe even a couple years ago. I don't remember when Tasia started making cousin-sized kits. And then I just did a little drop shadow because I feel like when you do very blah, just scribbly writing, if you add a drop shadow, it looks way more intentional. And that might just be something that I tell myself, and it doesn't really look that intentional, but I'm going to go with it. And I do a little shake of my fountain pen because I use very sparkly ink. And so if you just do a little shake with the nib pointed up, if you ever use sparkly ink in a very broad nib, when you shake it with the nib pointed up, because you don't want to shake it with the nib pointed down. That'll make it burp and you'll get ink everywhere. Just my little tip to you, because I have done that a few times when I first started using fountain pens. Just trust me on this. When you do anything with your fountain pens, you want the nib pointed up. If they're full of ink, just learn from my mistakes. So we just added a few more things to tomorrow's list, and then I will show you everything that we've done so far, Monday and Tuesday, my week so far, and then got to check on my monthly, make sure everything's checked off. Yep, here we go. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll have one more update at the end of the week. Thanks so much. See you next time.